Hi there, friends. My name is Kaylee. Me and my wife are working on becoming financially independent, and I'm working on living long enough to enjoy it. Every Sunday night, I sit down and talk about how my health journey is going. So, for those who haven't seen these videos before, I just want to be healthier, man. I'm bigger weight than I would like to be. I don't feel as good as I would like to. I don't feel mentally cool in my body as much as I would like to, and I just want that to be better. There's no hard and fast goals besides losing some weight, feeling better when I look in the mirror, and when I'm walking upstairs. This week has been a wild one. This is also. Can we just. I'll just record the rest of it like this. He clearly wishes to be perceived. This was a wild week again. So, like I said, for those who watched last week's video, I we had a lot of family stuff going on. My sister was in a long-term relationship. She was engaged and now is no longer. And so there was just a lot of stuff that goes along with that, just like big life transition stuff, and being so far away from my family. She lives in California. That's where most of my family lives. And so that just made it very difficult. This week, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world in addition to that. And my brother is staying with us while he looks for an apartment because his lease ran out before he had another place lined up. And it's there's just a lot going on in my life right now. And I personally am fine, but it's just been a lot. So emotionally it's been difficult. And that, makes things kind of hard to manage physically. I keep track of my goals on this little weekly planner. I'm tracking my water intake, my calorie intake, and my steps overall. That's ridiculous. This last week I had a lot of dental work I was getting done. So I, for the last few years, have been getting my teeth right, taking care of my body. Are you kidding? I've been, getting my teeth right. I had a lot of those old silver fillings that needed to come out because they deteriorated over time, and just a lot of things that had, when I was poor, I didn't get to take care of because I didn't have any money to take care of it. So over the last several years, I've gotten a lot of work done. And the one last thing I needed to get done was just a deep cleaning to kind of reset everything happening in my mouth. And I got that done this last week. And I have never felt so excited about a dental procedure. I gotta admit, because I'm finally done and I've done all that work and I'm taking much better care of my teeth. And I just feel really good about that. That journey is now over because I have built a good health routine with my teeth. So this is, next step. So water intake, there was not a day in which I drank less than 32 ounces of water, which I know is probably not the amount that I should be drinking, but it is much better than I was doing before. So I have been good about drinking one full of my water bottle every day. I don't have it for once, but one full of my water bottle every day. And that feels awesome. My calories this week were super up and down and kind of all over the place. It was a crazy week in the world. We were out, we were stress eating, we were spending time with my brother, who's, like I said, staying with us. And he was really nice and brought me lunch one day, and it was fast food, which I haven't been eating, but I was like, that's so kind. And he stopped and thought of me and got me food. So I had Popeyes for lunch one day and threw off my whole rhythm. But, I'm also trying to manage my calories while living a life at the same time. And so I'm finding what that balance looks like, because I don't want to just deprive myself of everything that I enjoy, but also I know that there are easier and better choices to make that can still fit within my goals. So I went over 2,000 calories 2 times this week, which I did not enjoy so much. But overall, my average was exactly 1,800, which I talked about last week, thinking about lowering my goal to that. So I still feel really good that the average was 1,800 calories still. So I've been sticking with that. My steps, I'm so annoyed with myself. I have to be completely honest, because I was over 10,000 steps 4 days last week. 4 days. And then on Saturday, I didn't do shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I I took less than 1,000 steps. I took 950 steps in the whole day, and most of those were just walking around and vacuuming my house. I just wasn't, I don't know, I was just kind of in a bad mood on Saturday, and I didn't want to leave, and it just kind of was nice to just be in the house all day. But I could have, just a few thousand more steps, even just walking around back and forth in the apartment would have gotten me to that 10,000 average, because my average steps for the whole week was 8,755. It's so annoying. if I had just taken like another 2 or 3,000 steps on Saturday, I would have been much closer to the 10,000 goal. I am still happy because this is like 1,000 more than my average was last week. So we're moving in the right direction, but just such a bummer. I'm thinking about setting some distance related goals in 2025, like X number of miles for the whole year or something, just movement, because I think that's more tangible and easier to measure. Whereas like everybody's step size is different, it's gonna be a whole thing, and that'll also mean I need to get out of the house more because it's much harder to measure distance inside my own house. So TBD on that. And as far as my weight, I know I always talk. I feel like I always kind of frame all these things in a negative light, but I weighed in this morning at 238.4, which is 3.8 pounds down. So almost 4 pounds down from where I started 4 weeks ago. That is basically a pound a week, which is way better than I'm actively trying to do. The goal in my little health apps is all half a pound a week, so it's going really well. I think I just need to start these in a more positive light because I get to the end and I'm always like, oh yeah, and I'm still reaching my goals and everything's fine. So we can celebrate reaching goals and everything being fine because, yeah, down 3.8 pounds overall so far, which is a total win. So, baby steps. Overall, it was just another emotional week, and so those are harder to deal with, but I am proud of the work that I'm doing, and I am proud that I'm staying on track. This is now the end of week 4, and this is, technically a month or so, I think. Okay. This is technically a month or so of doing this, and I'm feeling rad. I'm feeling good. I don't feel like I'm living this deprivation life. I feel like I'm moving more, I'm drinking more water, I feel better. I have been through a lot of emotional things happening over the last few weeks, and I'm still sticking with it. And even on the days like Friday night, I went out to eat with my brother and Shay, and I ate a bunch of pasta at a Thai restaurant, and I felt great. And I was so happy, and I went over my calorie goal, but I got a bunch of steps, and I still felt really good, and I knew I was solid for the week, and that felt really good too. That I didn't just spiral out and say, okay, well, I'm over. I guess I should just go crazy. That's the update for this week. Let me know how it's going for you guys. Let me know how you're feeling. I know the world's a little all over the place right now, so it's tough, but hey, I know we got this. All we can do is take care of ourselves. By God, that's what I'm trying to do. So, thanks very much. We have our October budget closeout on Tuesday, and then budgeting as regular on Friday. So, check those out, and let me know how you're doing. It's good to see you guys. I like checking in. This feels good. Thanks very much for your support, and I will see you on Tuesday.